Hey, this is Matt from AutoGrow.co, as you may already know, and I'm broadcasting to you live from Medellin, Colombia, and getting ready to go back to the States pretty soon, but I wanted to make this video for you talking about GDPR and why I think it is mostly a big pile of BS. BS, of course, standing for bologna sandwiches. No, but seriously, this law is, they say that the road to hell is paved with noble intentions. Well, this law and the necessity for millions of businesses all over the world, and especially within Europe, to comply with it, it is a pain in the butt, and it does not accomplish anything that productive. So allow me to explain. So I was talking to a friend the other day about this GDPR law, and the person said, you know, I've kind of heard about this somewhere, and it sounds like a really good thing. It's going to protect consumers' credit card information, for example. Well, I didn't correct the person when I heard that, but it kind of got me to thinking because as a business owner who has recently had to, do what he can do to comply with it without uh, trying, without to impact our conversion rate or our sales. Um, Especially because technically we are a US based business, even though we are a virtual company, we're incorporated in the US. And, I've also just been seeing, other than the random conversation, I've been seeing all these different pop ups on different websites. And I'm sure you've seen them too. And it's really annoying. Oh, just wanted to let you know we collect cookies like every other website out there, right? And it's like, really? Like, this is the results of the law? Is this really making anyone safer? Because from my point of view, uh, it's just a big inconvenience for business owners. Now, the one thing I will say is that, the intentions are noble, but the results are, I would say, pretty disastrous. I think they're just going to annoy people on the internet. That's really what it's accomplishing because there's always been a black market, I've heard, for, I met an entrepreneur in New York City a few years ago, and he kind of explained all this to me. There's a big black market for data, for trading cookies, apps will kind of roll up all their data and all their cookie tracking and what people have done on their apps and, what kind of brand category their apps have fallen into, and then kind of sell that to wholesale to another marketer or kind of middleman that will kind of package that together with other data from other apps and then resell that to other marketing firms who maybe want to use it for research or to bigger companies, bigger brands that want to better target users or better understand, their behavior online, create psychographic profiles, all this stuff. Of course, to better, you know, to better sell us things, of course, right? But that's still going to go on. I am certain of it. And I am quite certain from, I am not a lawyer and I'm not a GDPR expert, but from what I have read about the law, which has included direct quotes from the law and the key points of it, there are easy ways for marketers to really get around it. And to my other friend's anecdote, when she said, oh, it's great that this could protect consumers maybe with credit cards. Like, no, not really. That's not really what the result is. The result is more like this. Like, and this is like probably the worst that I have seen. I was looking on the website Usability Geek. I was doing some research for another article that we were writing or another Matt Hack video like this. Uh, and like this is ridiculous. Like, look at this. This is horrible. Don't do this. You do not have to do this. This is like just this is so bad. This is so bad. So bad. So a website, just get this, a website called Usability Geek is literally trying to persuade you with this call to action, accept our recommended settings, whose recommended settings are by default, okay, like we recommend that we don't track you at all, which includes, I guess, Google Analytics, I would assume, and marketing cookies, basically anything to do with, I guess, retargeting or Facebook tracking pixel or anything like that. And it just, it just baffles the mind, for me that people like, how many websites do you visit a day, especially when you're doing research, you know? It's insane. So I recommend do the like here's the bottom line for your business, all right? Just to kind of wrap up this opinionated rant, if you will, on GDPR and why I think it's mostly BS, because it's just noble intentions, you know, not really getting, I think, a great result for anyone. Um, although there's the one exception, I think that if you email a company like Facebook, these bigger companies, and you want to be forgotten, this law gives you the right to be forgotten if you are in the territory of Europe when you actually make that request. So that's kind of the one caveat. But here's what I recommend you do. Again, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a GDPR expert, but do do the bare minimum. Update your privacy policy, model some of the other so-called experts that are out there that have, you know, whether or not they are experts, that have paid lawyers to update, their privacy policy. Think about, some popular companies, like when I updated our privacy policy, I looked at different sites, that are well established, and like Lead Pages, for example, um, or the other big name brands that are doing well in the space. And how do they phrase it? How do they approach the language? Reuse that, or just go talk to a lawyer yourself if you're really worried about it. Um, there's no one's even sure how they're going to enforce this, which is, kind of terrible in my mind. It's kind of like, selective enforcement. Well, if we don't like your company, then we'll decide to enforce the law. I'm sure they'll make an example out of someone. But other than that, we're not putting an crazy annoying pop-up like this on our website. I recommend that you also do not do the same. This is just overkill, and it's ridiculous. So uh, do the minimum, and make sure to, obviously, the obvious, don't buy email lists, don't opt people in who haven't explicitly opted in. That's kind of common sense. So that's what I would say would be my takeaways. Just do what you need to do, get it done with, but you don't need to go crazy like in the example that I showed you, okay? But what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you think GDPR is BS? Do you think it's having a good result, whatever they originally intended, or do you think that it's not really working out so well, and it's just a headache for business owners and entrepreneurs like us? So leave a comment, like this video, and if you want more Matt Hack videos like this one's a little bit different, kind of just giving you my opinion and riffing on this subject. But I usually give you, one actionable tip in each of these videos so that you can go out and be more marketing awesome and have a high converting sales funnel for your business. All right. So if you want tips like that, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, my name is Matt Hack in the Matt Hat, delivering you your daily dose of Matt Hacks. Keep hustling, stay focused. I'll talk to you soon.